When you hear the words pirate, you probably imagine a man with a scruffy beard, eye patch, and probably a wooden peg for a leg. Well, while Blackbeard might have been fierce, he was just a patsy when you compare him to the infamous Zheng Yixiao, a woman who ruled over the South China Sea. Hello, and welcome to the History Channel. Today, we are going to talk about one of the most successful pirates to ever sail the seven seas, so let us begin. In 1775, Shi Yang, then known as Zheng Yixiao, was born in Guangdong, South China. She was presumably a Tanka, a group of people who were marginalized by the Han Chinese majority and lived in floating junks, Chinese ships. The men were fishermen, while many of the women were bought and sold as prostitutes. Zheng Yixiao, who worked in the floating brothels on the South China coast, suffered this fate. She was cunning, and in addition to serving regular sailors, she also caught the attention of affluent and important men. Through their unrestrained pillow talk, Zheng Yixiao gained access to a wealth of important information that she was able to exchange for promotion. She quickly rose to the position of madame in a brothel when she met South China coast pirate Zheng Yi in 1801. The dreaded Red Flag Fleet captain made a marriage proposal to the 26-year-old and assured her of an exhilarating life free of servitude. For most girls in the prostitute's position, this offer would be great, but she wasn't moved. She was aware of Zheng Yi's identity and the tremendous opportunity in front of her. The lady consented to wed him, but only if he treated her equally and treated her like a partner in the management of the Red Flag Fleet. Although Zheng Yi didn't realize it, accepting her demands was the best choice for his piratical career. Her cunning business tactics and expertise in handling dangerous individuals made her a force to be reckoned with. They got married after that, and the simple prostitute started her journey to become the terror we know today. She had to take care of issues closer to home before her name could inspire dread in the hearts of nations. The new Vietnamese administration set up following the Tây Sơn rebellion hired China's pirates at the time to work as privateers. The business was doing well, but it was only about as efficient as a dozen headless chickens. No single leader was able to unite them under a single flag and a single organization, and the pirates required a leader more than ever in July 1802 after the Tây Sơn forces were routed. However, instead of getting a single leader, they received two: Zheng Yi, the revered and feared figurehead of the pirates, and his wife, who oversaw his business operations in the background. The 6 terrifying squadrons of black, white, green, blue, yellow, and the supreme red flags, all of which had unwavering loyalty to the Zheng family, united these fragmented gangs of predators into a powerful confederation. A united fleet of 400 junks and 70,000 sailors set sail in 1804, and a year later, they had seized control of the whole Guangdong Province. A typhoon in November 1807 abruptly ended the success that this powerful couple had carefully planned. Zheng Yi, often known as the widow of Zheng, was lost in the storm and left high and dry. In her society, the majority of widows would have simply retired to a chaste lifestyle, but Zheng Yixiao was everything but the average widow. She made the decision to take command of her husband's armies as their new matriarch and sovereign leader because she would not let a weaker man take over her husband's authority. The odds were undoubtedly stacked against her because she was a woman living in a world ruled by dangerous men. Zheng Yisao, however, wasn't a naive school kid. She was aware that the only way to maintain her position was with Zhang Bao, Zheng Yi's adopted son and his most powerful subordinate. He was swiftly charmed by Zheng Yisao, who eventually won his love and his hand in marriage. The idea that Zheng Yisao would so easily seduce her own adopted son may seem unusual to us now, but she was not the only pirate to do so. She was imitating Zheng Yi himself by doing so. Zhang Bao was only a young lad when he was taken from his village. He gained Zheng Yi's trust over time by showcasing exceptional pirate skills, and in return, Zheng Yi made Zhang Bao his lieutenant, adopted son, and lover in one. Zheng Yisao immediately filled the void left by Zheng Yi, who perished in the hurricane. Although it is unknown if she harbored romantic feelings for Zheng Yi or Zhang Bao, or even if she was capable of experiencing such emotions, both marriages served as wise strategic moves that helped her gain more control over the fleet. The next step was to ensure that her authority over the pirates would not be challenged now that it had been established. She established a clear, strict, and highly successful set of laws that kept her followers fearfully submissive to her. Typically, a pirate would be executed if he violated these rules or was thought to have done so. Beheading was the immediate punishment for defying a superior's orders. Any pirate who mistreated a captured woman would also be decapitated, but if a pirate and a captured woman had consensual intercourse, they were both put to death. It was forbidden for pirates to land without permission. If they did, they had their ears cut off. Death followed a second infraction. Each crew member would receive an equal portion of the prize. Although Zheng Yisao was a cruel and ruthless leader, the wealth and might of the Red Flag Fleet benefited greatly from her presence. Her commercial plans were ambitious and extensive, extending from the fleet's foundations through their links on land to the point where even the Emperor's own bureaucrats were under her employment. However, despite how remarkable her reach grew, this floating city, like Rome, wasn't constructed overnight. She began by overseeing each mission and raid while listening to the specifics of each operation. Nothing happened without her approval, and she was the only one who could assign rewards and penalties. The crew was not the only thing that Zheng Yisao could control. The easiest way to control her pirates was to play on their religious convictions, and she knew just the man to do it: her own husband, Zhang Bao, the revered leader appointed by the gods. The pirates of the Six Flag Fleets were infamously religious, just like the majority of seafarers in the South China Sea. They prayed to their gods for protection and luck before every operation or raid. This fervent worship may be perceived by some leaders as a barrier to winning their crew's blind allegiance. In many facets of her profession, Zheng Yisao recognized opportunities where others saw obstacles. She had one of her husband's greatest vessels built into a gorgeous temple. Along with the main fleet, this enormous pagoda towered over the water, and it evolved and became a focal point of the leader's pre-mission rituals. Zhang Bao met in private with his priest to prepare how the crew's gods would react before they burned incense and prayed to their gods for their holy favor. As luck would have it, Zhang Bao's group consistently appeared to enjoy the gods' blessing, cheering them on in their undertakings. After Zheng Yisao assumed power in 1808, the Pirate Confederation dramatically increased its activity. In September, Zhang Bao lured Lin Guoliang, the brigade general of Humen, first before ambushing him and destroying his fleet of 35 ships close to the Mazhu Island, which is situated to the east of what is now Baoan district in Shenzhen. Lieutenant Colonel Lin Fa was beaten by Zhang Bao in October, a month later, in the area of what is now Weiyuan Island, east of Humen Town. These two battles cut in half the size of the Chinese provincial fleet and made it possible for the pirates to enter the Pearl River. Under Zheng Yisao's leadership, the Pirate Confederation experienced a busy 1809. With over 100 ships under his command, Provincial Commander Sun Quan Mu attacked a small band of pirates off Dawanshan Island in March. The pirates then requested assistance from Zheng Yisao. Prior to the engagement, Zheng Yisao assumed command of the White Flag and Red Flag fleets and gave Zhang Bao the order to attack from the front with about 10 ships. Liang Bao, the commander of the White Flag fleet, was to cut off Sun from behind, while Zhang Bao's lieutenants Xiang Shan and Xiao Buao were to outflank Sun from the sides. Sun was defeated by Zheng Yisao's push into the battle with the majority of the Red and White Flag fleets. At an encounter near what is now Jinwan District in Zhuhuai on July 21st, the Qing Navy dealt a significant blow to the Pirate Confederation by killing Liang Bao and destroying his White Flag fleet, at the cost of losing Brigade General Zhu Tingui and 25 ships to Zhang Bao. Zheng Yisao was unaffected by Liang's passing or the annihilation of the White Flag fleet. She gave the go-ahead for a large raid in August 1809, ordering Zhang Bao to conduct it with the Red Flag fleet, Guo Pudai to conduct it with the Black Flag fleet, and Zheng Yisao to conduct it with her own fleet. Over the course of 6 weeks, Guo Pudai made his way through several rivers along the Pearl River in a deadly raiding expedition that resulted in the deaths of about 10,000 people. Zhang Bao severely demolished a sizable town close to Humen at the beginning of September, killing 2,000 residents. The imperial government officials, however, had had enough by 1809. China was unable to defend itself against Zheng Yisao's navy on its own because it was thought to be unstoppable. The time had arrived for global assistance. The Chinese government solicited the aid of British, Portuguese, and Dutch warships to resist the tyranny in their own seas, despite the fact that they detested Westerners and thought of them as barbarians. If the Imperial Chinese Navy hadn't been so desperate, they would never have entered into such agreements, and Zheng Yisao was more aware than ever of the frailty of her adversaries. She was unstoppable with or without force. Compared to anybody standing in her path, her fleets were more numerous, more equipped, better trained, and better armed. For the next 2 years, Zheng Yisao triumphed in conflict after conflict, until the government came to the conclusion that continuing to oppose her rule would only result in more carnage. Instead, they decided to spare their own lives by granting amnesty to her and the majority of her crew. There were also reports that there was some infighting among the pirates. While Zheng Yisao was able to crush any opposition, the rebellions made Zheng reconsider her position, and she decided to make a deal with the Chinese authorities. 226 ships, 1,315 cannons, and a variety of armaments totaling approximately 2,800 were taken over by the government. More than 17,000 pirates were released and given gifts of cash, wine, and pork before being dispatched. Numerous of these men later joined the Imperial Navy, where they helped put an end to the surviving pirates. Zheng Yisao did not retire and live a law-abiding life. Instead, she maintained a casino, from which she ran an opium smuggling network. She passed away peacefully in 1844 at the age of 69, unlike the majority of pirates. So that is all the time we had today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel and do hit the bell icon to remain updated about all our future videos. See you all next time.